The construction industry is an extremely competitive field consisting of countless firms and companies all offering unique qualities to assist in the successfulness of development. While companies of similar trades may have equal rights to being chosen for particular jobs, other factors need to be taken into account before any agreements are made. Generally, construction and engineering companies are categorized into three platforms referred to as Tier 1, 2 and 3. These platforms can basically determine a company's compatibility for a project by just a mere position on the scale. Bids and preliminary expenditure designs will be conducted and analysed to ensure the most suitable contractor is accepted for the project owner's perspective. Once that is decided, contracting arrangements are made with the necessary parties, while agreements are also made between prime contractors and subcontracting organisations. This process is well known in the industry. However, over time, the agenda of some prime contractors has been altered for various reasons, with the attempt to abuse certain limitations of Australia's legislation. An investigation has been conducted on the matter and is outlined in this report. Topics such as commonly used and ideal contracting arrangements, liability aspects, feature articles, and the bullwhip effect has been examined and thoroughly detailed in this report. With every development comes supply chain management, which is responsible for aspects such as demand for supply and supply of order decisions. In this process, a very common problem can occur, which is referred to as the whiplash effect, also not commonly known as the bullwhip effect. The combination of miscommunication and poor organisation skills can result in the scenario to come about. This issue runs on the basis of irregular or inconsistent demand passed down from customer to manufacturer, which consistently creates a great variance in the supply chain field. The seemingly small alteration to the demand is a low inspection can generate become more dramatic higher up in the chain, as seen in the figure. For instance, with every phase in the supply chain, if a product becomes of high demand, the need for increased demand from the various suppliers will occur, resulting in the same situation to happen in the manufacturing department. Dealing with mass distributions in the higher stages of the supply chain can create larger amounts of excess material, which trying to overestimate the particular product. While this situation can occur in both ways, with a sudden drop in demand of the product, the same outcome would evidently generate an overall lack in supply. Due to multiple parties being involved in all developments, the need for high-level communication is crucial to ensure the job is running effectively, on time and with minimal complications. As previously explained, the need for communication in situations involving supply and demand is extremely important, preventing excess or underestimated material which will require additional funds. Structuring the contracted chain is a way where information is distributed to each contributing organisation properly in an art that can often be performed poorly or conducted with minimal effort. 4 contracting agreements come to mind when the initial stages of the project are commencing. Arrangement A is referred to as the design, bid, build, where a general contractor and designer will equally work under the project owner. It is a fairly common method which involves one designer build firm who is responsible for the subcontracting of project aspects. Arrangement C, referred to as the construction management, is reasonably ideal measure yet rarely used. Finally, option D is the owner-agent structure, where a three-way split between in-house design, contract design, and the owner's contract co-coordinator, as seen in the figure. Arrangement B is seen in many large-scale projects, with the intent to shorten completion time and allow for greater flexibility within the project. It is portrayed as a two-party agreement. The owner can dictate changes to the project through the design-build firm. Of these design-build firms, obviously depending on the size of the project, are considered as Tier 1 companies, which is a company that is categorised as one which frequently deals with large-scale projects. This company is responsible for the subcontraction of various jobs. With Australia being rather lenient to the restrictions of this strategy, it is seen as being abused by multiple organisations. Arrangement C, also known as the construction management, is a 4-party agreement with the project owner, construction manager, designer, contractor, and the contractor. In this strategy, a large sum of responsibility is placed in the construction management firm's hands, allowing the owner to take more of an observation role in development. A variation, referred to as the CM at risk, where the construction management firm will personally perform portions of the design work or portions of the construction work. This then allows the firms to be liable for risks in relation to time, cost and quality. They have the option to be associated with all sum of the design or construction labour, depending on the owner's or other contractor's agreement. Implementing a CM into your development system is deemed extremely beneficial, seeing that the owner has the power to regulate the level of involvement they directly have on the project. Adapting the CM into the schedule in the early days of development can benefit the owner in ways such as reduction of funds affiliated with preliminary designs and administration costs, which cost effectively outweigh those of the contractor or designer. When a job is running smoothly, the occurrence of conflict is rare. However, once an issue arises, the party that is responsible in an accusation that may need some investigation. Depending on the extent of the development, the necessary organisation that is required and the successfulness of a job will vary in size. While this measure seems harmless to some, it can have considerable outcomes to the project fund's completion time and overall efficiency if risk-related issues do arise. In several personal cases, information has been obtained outlining the actions taken by Tier 1 companies where the entire workload has been subcontracted. It is known that the international standards on this matter may be different, where companies have to perform a certain extent of either design or construction to be eligible for the position. A study conducted in Alaska investigated a fairly recent legislation which took effect June 2016, outlining specific limitations for prime contractors of the small business scale. It was discovered that in recent legislation has declared that the prime contractor must be involved with 50% of the project value to ensure work-related issues could be applicable to each party of the development. There is a requirement for this kind of limitation in the Australian construction industry to allow for prime contractors an equal responsibility for when complications do occur in the workplace. And there's also a necessity for CM arrangements to be implemented into more construction jobs. Thank you.